New coming your way tonight on the WHAS11 night team. Just moments from now, right after this newscast, it's the return of Jimmy Kimmel Live. His suspension lifted by ABC. The taping of his first live show since the controversy got underway a little late tonight in Los Angeles. Plus, the transit cutbacks in the River City.
It's definitely a lot to take in.
Why TARC is trimming Middletown and South End routes. And then, all new since 6. Where's the money?
I will keep fighting for this because I am the state auditor. I'm supposed to review books. I'm supposed to make analysis of finances, and that's what I'm keep doing.
Kentucky passed a new law to support families that take care of children, but Kinship Care never got the funding, a story we've been following closely. Right now on the WHAS 11 Night Team. First, right now, as we come on the air with you, we are giving you a heads up about a lot of rain heading this way for tomorrow. Wednesday is going to be a real soaker, folks. Hello, everybody, and so good to be with you tonight. I'm Doug Proffitt. Chief Meteorologist Mallory Schnell is joining me here, looking ahead to the overnight and the morning hours. So, Mallory, where's the rain right now?
We have some moving through Kentucky as we speak. That's really approaching the I-65 corridor. And you can tell there's two tiers to this. There's kind of a northern tier and also a southern tier. I was a little bit worried about that radar not filling in the in-between, but it certainly is, because we do have some showers that are beginning to roll in to the Louisville metro area here. Not a ton of lightning with this as it stands right now, just a few lightning strikes here or there, but certainly pockets of heavy rainfall and likely some gusty winds embedded as well. So a good downpour around Brandenburg, also up through Cordon, up to Palmyra, over to Paoli. Some of that moving into the west side of Louisville as we speak. And then down to the south, we've had a few stronger storms roll through around Hart County, Mumfordville, some heavy rainfall. That's about to head towards Greensburg, Campbellsville, and into Adair County as well. So your hour-by-hour futurecast, good sleeping weather, maybe a few rumbles of thunder, some pitter-patter of the rain on the roof there. As we continue onward through tonight, expect some rounds of scattered activity. And yes, you will want to grab that umbrella as you head out the door tomorrow morning. Could be a soggy morning commute. Once again, rounds of showers and thunderstorms expected for your Wednesday. Heavy rainfall, gusty winds at times. And of course, it's going to keep our temperatures cooler again tomorrow, back into the 70s. But we will take a full look at our 7-day forecast, including more about tomorrow's storm threats. That's coming up in just a bit, Doug.
All right, thanks for that timely update, Mallory. Appreciate it. Well, first tonight here on the WHAS 11 night team, right after this newscast in just about 35 minutes from now, you will see the much talked about return of Jimmy Kimmel Live. It's going to be his first show since being suspended by ABC last Wednesday. Now, this is the scene earlier tonight just outside the theater on Hollywood Boulevard where Jimmy Kimmel records his nightly show. The fans lined up early and the taping got started later than usual. It actually began shortly after 9 p.m. our time in Louisville, with Kimmel finally taking the stage in Los Angeles. He was suspended after his controversial comments about the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. More than 70 ABC stations across the country are not airing Kimmel tonight. Here's what people in line said about what they expected from him tonight.
I'm so excited to see Jimmy back in action. I wonder if he's going to be really excited and saying whatever he wants, or if he's going to be filtered. I'm just hoping to hear the truth from Jimmy's mouth, whatever that truth is.
We're all human at the end of the day, and nobody should be canceled for expressing their views.
Now, before the taping, this social media photograph of Kimmel hugging his sidekick, Guillermo Rodriguez, with the statement, "We are back full of love." That's all they said tonight over the photograph. Jimmy Kimmel Live in just a few minutes right here on WHAS 11 after the WHAS 11 night team tonight. Happening news since 6. A 12% cut is coming to TARC services in Louisville, the Transit Authority of River City. Major changes coming to the routes as the agency tries to manage a multi-million-dollar deficit. WHAS 11 night team's Alex Dieterer and photojournalist Aspen Hester heard from the leaders on where you'll be feeling these changes if you ride the bus.
Longer walks to the bus stop, reduced routes, and even cut bus routes are coming to some TARC riders.
I can see that changes in the bus route has caused me to be late from getting from my destinations from time to time.
Major changes longtime rider Donald Steele is already feeling.
Some people like me with disability cannot afford transportation. That's the only thing that we can rely on in the city of Louisville.
As TARC faces a massive budget deficit.
By making these changes, we can get out to the FY 29 or 30 budget before we have to start talking about the financial cliffs again. And we thought that was the right thing to do.
TARC Executive Director Ozzie Gibson says the new route network will have 12% less service than right now, with most of the reductions in Middletown and South Louisville.
There's less service or service reductions or some kind of significant reduction in places with lower density, in places where it's not very walkable.
This is the map of the new routes. The routes in red arrive every 15 minutes, blue every 30 minutes, and green every 60 minutes. While some riders may now have a longer walk to their bus stop, TARC says their goal is to decrease wait times. One way they're doing this is by adding a temporary hub in downtown, which will be a transfer spot between routes that don't run as often to bring more people to one central point. Right along Muhammad Ali Boulevard is where the new centralized TARC hub is going to be, which sits right next to where the old Greyhound bus station used to stand.
And that was a good central location, close enough to downtown to get where we wanted to go and make all these routes run together.
Will the service reduction mean reduced staff? A question TARC Union President Lillian Brentz is watching closely.
You know, we take our job very seriously. You know, it's not just about bringing home a paycheck. It's also, you know, knowing your passengers. And so the way the plans are changing everything, you know, that's a whole new group of people. Hopefully a lot more people will utilize the service in which we provide.
For now, the transit around the River City will require creativity and patience. In Louisville, Alex Dieterer, the WHAS 11 night team on your side.
Now, all of the changes are set to officially take effect in August of next year. By the way, we also have a new update for you on TARC's contract to provide bus drivers to JCPS, the school district. Ozzie Gibson saying tonight that TARC is still able to provide drivers for all JCPS magnet schools. He says the schools will be served on a regular basis during the morning and afternoon bell times for the moment. The partnership between the school district and TARC will continue to inform families and students about all of the network changes. Absolute war on JCPS if the school district tries to raise taxes to cover its deficit. Those are the words today from a top Kentucky Republican. District officials say unexpected expenses like failing gutters and collapsing walls are also driving the costs up higher. But the JCPS deficit has now soared to a whopping $188 million. They admit it's a financial crisis for the near future. Republicans in Frankfort tell us that they will block any local tax increase, while some Democrats argue the General Assembly should invest more in public schools. In an interview, here's what Republican Jason Nemus of Middletown told our Isaiah Kim Martinez.
We're going to do whatever it takes. JCPS will not be substantially raising our taxes again. It will be an absolute war if they try to do that.
The debate comes as Nemus renews the push to split JCPS into smaller districts. The Kentucky Department of Education is switching to the ACT, from the ACT to the SAT as the state-funded college admissions exam in the future. Beginning spring of 2026, all high school juniors will take the digital SAT, during school hours. The state awarded a 4-year contract to the College Board, locking in a cost of $30 per student and potentially saving the Commonwealth $350,000 each. Officials say the move will give students free access to personalized practice through Khan Academy and faster score reporting. Brand new here on the night team. It's been more than a year since families under kinship care should be getting similar benefits as foster care families for the work they do. The dispute to fund a 2024 Kentucky law seems to be continuing into the next legislative session now. WHAS 11 night team's Jose Alonso has been following this story from the beginning and continues our coverage.
I met a grandmother a couple of years ago in McDonald's, and she had 3 kids running around, and she was living in her car because she didn't have the resources.
Norma Hatfield continues to fight for families under kinship care in Kentucky. It's a situation she's endured herself.
because 11 years ago, 2 of my grandchildren went into the system. They went straight to foster care.
Kinship care is when relatives take care of children who've been removed from their homes by the state. Hatfield took it to Frankfurt, and in 2024, Senate Bill 151, known as the Kinship Bill, was made law, but it's not being implemented due to a funding dispute.
Just in the last 3 weeks, I got 3 phone calls from different caregivers, and all of them grandmothers, and they're struggling.
This law gives a voice to children on who they want to take care of them. If it happens to be a family member, that gives the individual time to determine if they can support them. And if they choose to do so, they will become eligible to receive the same payments foster care families receive for taking on the responsibility.
We stepped in and say, okay, we want to figure out if the money is there. If the money is not there, then we're going to make a recommendation that the General Assembly appropriate more funds. We're not taking sides here. We just want to see the books and see what's available.
State Auditor Allison Baugh filed a lawsuit in the Franklin County Circuit Court against Governor Andy Beshear's administration for not cooperating with her investigation. It was recently dismissed.
We were trying to handle this the least difficult way possible, but last Friday we did just go ahead and issue subpoenas for documents and also for individuals so we can interview them.
The governor's office calls the lawsuit unfounded and says the General Assembly was warned about this issue. In a statement, he says, quote, "The political nature of the auditor's lawsuit is seen in the fact that she sued the governor for allegedly not cooperating in an investigation where she has not asked him a single question or sought any information from him."
I'm frustrated and I'm grateful at the same time. I'm grateful that the auditor's office has stepped in. Otherwise, I don't know where I would be. I think I would be sitting and waiting and watching caregivers lose potential resources that they should be having.
The fate of the state resources aiding eligible kinship care families continues to sit at the Capitol. In Frankfurt, Jose Alonso, WHAS 11 Night Team on your side.
Governor Andy Beshear has announced plans to include the necessary funding to start the implementation of the Kinship Bill in his next budget proposal. By the way, we also contacted Senator and author of the law, Julie Rocky Adams of Louisville, for comment. We have her full statement on our website, WHAS11.com. Well, let's face it, nobody likes to pay bridge tolls, but in Kentuckiana, there's been an added frustration lately. That's the bad toll collecting customer service. It was driving people crazy. So Riverlink is making a big change about that, dropping the company after billing mistakes and long waits for customer service. The states of Indiana and Kentucky came together in agreement, getting rid of the current toll service provider and hiring a new one to improve your experience. Some drivers say that they were sent notices for tolls they didn't even owe, including photographs of the wrong car and license plate. Mindy Peterson says the transition to a new provider will take time, but they promise better service ahead.
We have had too many issues surrounding invoicing over the years. We've had a lot of fluctuation in how long it takes customers to get the care and responses that they need.
The current company will continue operations through July of 2028 until the switch is complete. Another story is brand new and only on the WHAS 11 Night Team for you tonight. Students in wheelchairs taking the court and changing perceptions. How adaptive sports are giving young athletes confidence and building community. And a reminder, you're just about 10 minutes away now from seeing the return of Jimmy Kimmel live. How will he address the controversy that got him suspended by the ABC network? We're about to find out at 11:35 here on ABC and WHAS 11.
And Wednesday is a weather impact alert day due to the threat of strong storms and heavy rainfall. We'll be timing out those storms and taking a full look at our 7-day forecast coming up after